Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. I have got something very Christmas gift inspired to share with you in today's video. This is the liquid silicone squishy kit. This is from J Diction, mixed ratio AB, 1:1 by weight. They sent me this over to have a play with and share with you guys, and it is like nothing I've ever tried before or done before. The details will be in the description box if you want to get your hands on it. But honestly, if you've got any friends that are craft inspired, friends that love a little put me together kind of kit, this is definitely perfect for Christmas. This is 1:1, like I mentioned. You get part A, part B, and everything here comes in the kit. So you get 5 of these clear plastic, almost like zippy lock bags to put your squishies into when you are finished. You get a set of 6 colors in which you can use to color your silicone. It's very bizarre calling it silicone because it doesn't actually fully set like silicone, it sets like squishy. You get some flocking powder and you also get 2 molds. You've got like a puppy paw print and you've also got a squishy fish. But honestly guys, I wanted to expand and just try more molds. So not only do I use the 2 molds that come in the kit, I also use some of my own molds that are non-branded, you know, totally generic. You also get some sprinkles that you can put into your bags at the end as well for a little bit of decoration. You also get some wooden lollipop sticks and 2 mixing cups. Now, let's begin. At first, I genuinely felt like this acts just like silicone rubber. Like I've used silicone rubber in so many videos and it felt exactly the same, totally the same consistency. It is measurable by weight 1:1, but I used one of the small cups and I don't know why I filled it right to the very top. That was not my intention. So I did actually put it into a larger cup, making life easier for me and making less mess, although I do get messy. So yeah, the bigger cup just really helped me sort it out properly. Now, I'm going to use the 2 molds that were sent in the kit. First of all, I'm just mixing in some red pigment into my liquid silicone squishy. Such a mouthful. And you get these gorgeous pastel colours, really pretty. And this really made me realise I rarely use pastel colours in any of my work. I must get hold of some. Into the paw print, I'm just putting in the pink into the pads, into the individual pads. Equally, I'm not waiting for that section to fully cure before I fill it up. So at this point, I really just thought it would all become one big kind of colour. Like it would just blend together and not give me those defined pink pads anyway, but I was just going with the flow. The rest of that pink then went into the fish. And with the other bit of silicone that I poured into the other cup, I'm actually going to add in some of this beautiful pastel purple colour. Now, because it is going into a white liquid, it does lighten it quite a lot. So you're still not necessarily going to get that depth of colour. You just need to add maybe a little bit more. But I'm guessing there will be a limit on how much pigment you can add. Otherwise, you're risking it not curing up properly with pretty much every pouring medium that is on the market. So just go easy on adding your pigment. And then I just filled up both molds until I was completely done. Off camera then, I mixed up another batch of the squishy liquid just because I really wanted to try it with other molds that weren't necessarily in the kit. I also wanted to test it with much shallower molds because I didn't know if it would work or how it would work. This mold here is a silicone Christmas tree mold. Again, love it, but I did go slowly. I just wanted to make sure that I pushed any potential air pockets out of the mold before I completely filled it up. And you'll see me here just squishing it and squeezing it all the way around. And my brain was like, I might not be able to get this Christmas tree back out because this stuff is crazy. It's not like anything I've ever used, and I just genuinely feared I may have messed up on this one. But yeah, I filled it up too much, poured some out, tried to get all the air bubbles out, and then I was happy and then I filled it right to the very top. This is the mold I was most worried about because I don't know this product at all, I didn't know if it would be best. You know, you're creating a squishy at the end of the day. It's probably not designed for super thin molds like these, but I just wanted to test it. I wanted to try it out because then at least we'll all know if there are limitations to what you can actually use it for. So that was my thinking. So yeah, I just grabbed a Christmas mold and it's absolutely adorable. Cannot remember where I got this from. It may have been gifted by one of my friends here. I cannot remember, but I made a bit of a mess. Now, I wasn't too worried. I knew I would be able to clear them up quite easily afterwards. And yeah, I was just kind of hoping that I haven't fully messed up and that actually this squishy material will work in the molds that I've also chosen to use myself, as well as the 2 that come from the kit. Now, you don't have to leave this for 24 hours, but I did leave it for 24 hours and I panicked. I thought, this hasn't set at all. Like, again, I didn't know what to expect. So I at first thought, oh my goodness me, it's still liquid, but it wasn't at all. Like, it was set, solid, but not solid, like totally set. I didn't have anything to worry about, but my initial gut feeling was, uh-oh, I've messed up. I've not mixed this right. This is still really, really wet, but it's not. It's totally cured. It was just, it was just really bizarre, like touching it. It was so sticky. You can see there, literally, just one finger was enough to hold the entire thing. And yeah, it felt fragile. It felt like I need to go easy, go really easy peeling it out the mold. Equally, it felt robust. It felt like I could just pull this out and it would be fine. Equally, I would never do that. I would never risk it and do that. I basically teased it slowly out of the mold, and when I say sticky, like you can see for yourself just how crazy sticky this is. Never felt anything like it. I didn't know if I liked it. I was like, oh, this is so weird. It's just bizarre stuff. Like, again, fully cured and fully set, and this is where the flocking powder comes in. So you get a tub of the flocking powder with the kit, and you basically roll your squishy around in this flocking powder until it's non-stick and becomes a usable stress relief squishy. It was pretty cool to see, and this was fun as well. Like, actually rolling it around in the flocking powder was quite fun. Just making sure that you get into every single little bit of the squishy. Otherwise, if there is a sticky bit that's left out, then yeah, it's going to stick to your skin. But again, it doesn't leave any residue. It's completely dry. It's bizarre. I don't have any other words apart from bizarre, but so much fun. I really went for it and squeezed it to within an inch of its life, and it always bounced back into its original shape. I just made sure that it was fully coated in that flocking powder so that I didn't have any future issues. Now, the fish. Here's the thing. You get 2 molds with this kit. You get the paw and you get the fish. They are different silicone. For me, it was a tad harder. It still came out perfect. It still came out with absolutely no issues whatsoever. But the fish mold felt completely different to the paw. And it felt like I had to go even more carefully on the fish mold. There's a difference in the silicone. They both worked, but that's just something to bear in mind. Go easier on the fish mold. The fish mold was like a matte silicone, and the puppy paw mold was shiny, and I think that might have something to do with the ease of which they actually came out. Same thing again with the fish, just running it around in the flocking powder. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. I wish I put this powder out into a larger container. That would have made it so much easier. Like, like a plastic food container would have been so much easier for me to flock these without making as much mess as I did. But equally, mess is fun. So cute. Again, I really went for it. I really pulled it, squished it. Could you break these? Absolutely, yes. Be sensible, because I could easily just pull these to the point where they would rip, like any product you ever make. But yes, when you squeeze, they do bounce completely back into life. Now, this is my own mold. I really wanted to put it to the test on a thinner layer to see what results we would get. Would it work? has it got limitations to what we can use it with? And honestly, they came out so cute. Equally as sticky, but as soon as you get them into that flocking powder, you know, roll them around in the powder, making sure that every single millimeter of your squishy has been coated. Beautiful. And again, I just used the leftover colours, what I was using already. So the green that I used for the tree and the purple that went into the fish and the paw. Actually, they kind of work really well together. But look at this little guy. So cute. And just a squishy. There was no difference in the deeper paws than there was in the thinner paws. The product itself came out identically and equally as squishable, malleable, moldable, movable, and basically bouncing back. Each and every one bounced back. Now, I have sped this section up for you because, oh boy, did I take my time. I did not want to rip any. I did not want to do anything wrong. But so cute. These little gingerbread, again, these are the thinner. They're only about, I want to say 1 centimetre deep. The snowflake was definitely the hardest one. Equally, it came out perfectly, but because there were so many arms on this snowflake, I did really go slowly and take my time. And the minute I took it out, it literally all stuck to itself like an octopus, like it just, yeah. But once it's in that flocking powder, game changer, it comes back and all of those arms of that snowflake came out quite happily. You just have to make sure that the flocking powder gets down and in between each and every flake. Gorgeous. Love. Now, the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree, I'll be honest, guys, it was a risk. It was one of those things that I thought, do you know what? If it works, great. If it doesn't, we'll all learn together. But because of the nature of the shape of the mold, I had no idea at this stage, like, how am I going to get this out? How is this going to come out? Because it was just, it was awkward. I'm not going to lie, thinking I'm going to ruin it. I've ruined it. At least we'll know if it works or not with these types of molds. Now, this is really only to show you that if you get this kit and you have other molds, will it work? And I basically thought, you know, I'm either going to ruin it or I'm not. So I folded it in on itself in the most bizarre way. And it came out like a dream. This mold I'm using is a Christmas tree mold. It is super shiny, squishy, soft silicone. And that might be why it just came out like a dream. Did it take a while? Absolutely, yes. Did I have to go around very slowly, teasing every millimeter of it away from the mold? Yes, I did. I made a complete mess with the flocking powder, but the flocking powder was literally just helping me get it out without it sticking to my hands. Now, of course, you could wear gloves at this point, but yeah. The only thing that happened was you saw me pull it at the end. I think I left a bit of the star still in the mold. But how cute is this? This is actually my favourite. Again, I don't want to say anything bad about the J Diction molds. They're great for the kit. But because it is Christmas coming and I really wanted to try this one, it would be the cutest squishy. Fits the hand as well, like super chunky. This one is my favourite. Out of all of the ones that I made, this is absolutely my favourite. And I just cannot believe how well it came out. It was a risky mould to try this with because, again, didn't quite know how it would come out. But look at it. It's so cute. Even the star, again, because that star's just at the very top. That was my fear, that I would rip it to the point where the star just wouldn't come out. But you can see here, there's about 2 millimeters of squishy material left inside the mold. So you really have to be careful to the very end. This is what they all look like. This was one of the most bizarre things I've ever tried. Totally different to anything I've ever done before. But did I have fun? Yes, I was like a child at Christmas. I'm not going to lie. So much fun to try a material that is so strange to me. Equally, so much fun. But yeah, they all squish. You can squish them real hard and they will simply bounce back. Perfect stress relievers. This is the kit, liquid silicone squishy kit, mixed ratio 1:1 by weight, from J Diction. If you are interested in this, or if you fancy gifting it to your crafty friend for Christmas, then all of the details will be down below. Now, this is what they look like in the zippy bags. You can just put them individually into zippy bags, and then those charms, like the, charms I would call them, like decor. They're not glitters. Equally, they would look so pretty in the bags as well as decoration. And you know, you could just squeeze them through the bag. You don't even have to take them out to squish them. But cute, 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 gorgeous gift idea. Sprinkles. There you go. As soon as they came on the screen, the word came to me. You could get your sprinkles in there as well. Could you add things to the silicone? I don't know. Could you add glitter? Could you put the sprinkles in the silicone? That I do not know. But this is the kit. If you are interested, I will leave the details below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.